Dane, I'm with motherfucking Coolio right now.
Dane, I tried to reach out to you several times. I support you, bro. I think you one of the most important black men in America, bro. I think you need to be protected, guarded. You're a treasure.
You just said, you know what? You're not an African. You're a Native American. Yeah. He said this, and I asked him. I said, "Do you know Dane Calloway?" And he said, "Yes."
Of course I do.
Of course he does.
I knew this already. I knew from my grandparents. My grandparents were full blood Native on my father's side, and then my mother's grandfather, which is my great grandfather. My mother's grandfather is full blood Chata.
Yeah.
Not Chata. I know the right pronunciation, and I've been trying to tell niggas all the time what they are, that they need you. You know what I'm saying? We the melanated Neezy from Turtle Island. I know where I'm from.
Turtle Island.
I know where I'm from, brother. I'm trying to spread the word. Motherfuckers listen, but they don't give a fuck. And that's the shit that the white man, that's that eugenics shit. You know, they didn't instill that shit in our people so bad that they don't want to think different. You know what I mean? I support you though, bro.
We support you.
I support you, bro. And, you know, whatever you need. I got soldiers out here too, ready to ride. And they ready to put their money together too. I got niggas that's ready to go buy 1,000 acres.
That part. And start a fucking city.
Exactly.
That's what I always be talking about.
Oh, see you beautiful people. Of course, this is some unfortunate news. Very unfortunate news. Man, thank you, Brother Coolio. Thank you. Wado, brother. I really appreciate that. And yes, just in case you guys are wondering, I did get a chance to speak with him on multiple occasions. We were making a lot of plans, getting ready to do some big things for the people. And that was that's just so unfortunate that happened. And it, you know, 59, young. He was young. Now I'm not trying to, go to conspiracy theory route or nothing like that, but that was a little weird. Now I did have a family member just drop, like that, out the blue, random. And so I know it can happen. I'm not going to rule that out. That probably could have happened, but it most likely did. But the last time the reports came out, it was TMZ said it's at 6:47. Let me see. Yeah, 6:47 p.m. Pacific time. They were stating that the police were doing an investigation on everything, and nothing is official until the coroner they do the autopsy and state the official cause of death. A lot of people were stating that it was a heart attack, and man, I'm upset. I'm gonna be real. I'm upset. So many different things that we were going to talk about, exposing the industry, exposing a lot of the stuff that's happening in this nation, dealing with the government, et cetera, et cetera. And I remember he was telling me he was worried about talking about certain things because he didn't know what they would do to his family. He wasn't worried about what they would do to him. He was worried about his children. And I was telling him, nah, don't even think like that. Just let's do this for the people. And in fact, we could do it educationally, so it could almost seem as if it will be flying up under the radar, but we don't gotta go straight direct with it. Like, but I'm not saying we're gonna be beating around the bush neither. But when I talked to him, we were gonna be pulling up on each other at a different time, but as he was moving to the Carolinas, I was moving out. And he thought I was still there. And he was like, hey, man, I'm down here. And I was like, I just moved to a different state. And so we missed each other then. And then he ended up going on tour. And when we already said once he got on tour that we were going to link up and, make things official and do things right. And whether if it be movies, film, some type of documentary, we just had the ideas. And I wrote some things down. He wrote some things down and made some points. And And definitely he wanted to share his platform with me to state to all of his people that, yeah, we are the American Indians. Now, in the video that I played, and shout out to Love Jones on YouTube. Shout out to Love Jones. That was the female that was reaching out, let me know, hey, I'm with Coolio, Dane. This is what he's saying. And Coolio was like, even though he already knew this, he appreciated the fact that I was doing that. And, he was like, he said what he said. We need to protect this brother. And I appreciated that, man. But when we had that conversation, it was real. It was real, like very similar to when I had the conversation with Cube, and Ice Cube. And Cube was like, I thought Cube was going to be all uptight and everything because of, what, where he is as far as his celebrity. But nah, Cube real down to earth and he kept it real. Like we had, like, man, we was speaking on the phone for a minute. Same thing with me, Coolio. We see these are the type of people that just be wanting to get the stuff out, y'all. They be holding so much in. They be holding a lot of stuff in, dealing with what they going through, what's happening in the industry, what they seen, what they heard, what they can verify. What they can verify for sure. But I remember one time Coolio was telling me about how a couple of, I'm not gonna say no names, but some big top hats of the industry were coming at him. Males, by the way, were coming at him asking for sex. They were coming at him talking about some child trafficking stuff, and we were gonna expose it all. That's what made me, was like, oh, what? He passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was like, hold up, whoa. Because I remember we had a conversation. He was telling me that he was gonna do some interviews and he was going to talk about some of this stuff. And I was telling him, I said, just scratch the surface. You don't got to get in full detail with everything. And, he was like, I know, I'm, I was like, yeah, because even though, you want to get this stuff out right now. And that's what he was telling me, he was like, it's mainly about, he want to be there for his children. And, it was just a lot of stuff that was happening behind the scenes that you guys didn't know about. And it was just unfortunate that that the brother's no longer here with us in the physical, but he is with us here in the spiritual. I be loving when, the so-called celebrities step up and they want to get the truth out. I be loving that. Man, that's all I be wanting from them, man. And I appreciate the fact that most of them have acknowledged me. Basically, bigging up my works, bigging up my videos and stuff like that. And I was working on something else and I was like, man, let me get on here and just get on here and just vent. Cause, even my wife was surprised. We both found out at the same time. She was like, huh? I was like, yeah. She's like, you need to look into this. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on that, because that was out the blue. But even though that can happen, but it was just the way it was said, he wasn't with his manager at the time when he was at his friend's house, which wasn't his manager's house. They never disclosed who the friend's name was. Now, once again, I'm not trying to say that anything wrong happened, but we know that people can do things to make things happen. Like, reading between the lines. They can even, put something in something to make a person have a heart attack or make a person die straight up in multiple different ways. So, I'm gonna look into it just like how I did a lot of people's death, and some of that stuff YouTube don't like. But if you guys hit the link below, join the 13% server. I'll be sharing some exclusive stuff on there with you guys that I can't post up on here. But Coolio did great in the hip hop industry, and I like how he still managed to tell the truth, towards his following, his core following, and with him speaking up even more, even though he was a little bit afraid because of what they did to him and his family members, like his son. I remember one time he was telling me, he was talking and speaking about the industry, how they you know, how certain things are going. I'm not going to get all in depth with it, but he was like, randomly things are happening to his family members, and you know, all of a sudden he got locked up, then his son got locked up, and he was like, his son ain't never did nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was his first charge, and they locked him up. I was like, And he was like, all they was trying to do was keep him quiet. I was like, damn, man, see, I can relate. And they was trying to do certain things to me, trying to keep me quiet. And he was like, that's why I'm calling you now. We talking, you know. He was trying to forewarn me about certain things and giving me advice on certain things, and be looking out for this, be careful with that. Anytime you come out LA, call me. We gonna have these people with you, you know. It was like that. That was like a big brother to me, man. You will be missed, Coolio. If you all have any stories about Coolio, go ahead and leave good stories. Leave them in the comments. Rest well, brother. We will meet again. Waddle, everyone.
I'm just here to make you think.